Hello and welcome to your favorite show, most likely not. As always, this is Raid Radio. We're here to bring you some awesome BFA news, talk about all the huge Q&As we had, as well as talk about and debate a lot of issues in current game. Now, as always, I'm your host, Dab, joined with the lovable Roah, and from across the great seas, we got with us Quid. Say hello, Quid.
Hello, and thanks for having me.
No worries. Ro, give everyone a shout out there.
Hello, good morning, evening, and afternoon, and we got a special episode for him, don't we, Dab?
Oh, some of the specialists. Now, we can't start this episode without telling you the most important piece of news that we've gotten in this week. We've gotten, I guess, for all of BFA. We got a new release date. Now, at first, it was supposed to be September 14th or September 16th, something like that, in September. But they changed it to have the official release date be August 14th of this year.
Yeah, well, the thing was, is they said on or before September, like 21st or something like that. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
and apparently that has something to do with I think the European laws where if they're going to release a game for pre-order, they need to have a release date announced. That's what the September date was from. But this newer date is obviously well before that. So, Quid, what are your sort of plans to do to fill the time between now and the release date?
Well, from now on to the release date, is probably going to level up the rest of my characters, one of each class,
Mhm.
to 110 to get the transmog from the weapons. And other than that, maybe achievements actually.
Yeah, have you leveled up any of the Heritage Armor characters yet or
No,
no?
not yet. I'm still in the process of doing it.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah,
I'm
I haven't even
yeah.
touched it.
You haven't?
I unlocked I unlocked a fair few of them, and I've either boosted or race changed characters to them, but I haven't actually started leveling any of them yet. For me leveling's such a bore, but certainly I think that's a good way to fill the time trying to level up those heritage armor. Now it will get harder to get the heritage armor as the next expansion comes out because not only will you have to level all of the old content, but you're also going to have to level 10 new levels, and those 10 levels are going to be pretty hard until we start seeing the updated heirlooms for them.
For the heritage armor, you have to
Yeah,
do
for the
that?
heritage armor. I mean, Ro, you've done what, your void elf?
I've done the Void Elf, yeah.
Are you planning on doing any other ones or no?
I've been leveling a High Mountain Tauren on your server, so I
Yeah,
think it's like almost level 30. So, I've been hammering away at him real hard.
certainly. And I mean, what August 14th? It's close, but it's not cataclysmically close. I mean, we still have what, several more months. So you will have time to clear up that stuff. But if you have something you're putting off, don't put it off for much longer because, at least for the artifact appearances, you won't be able to get those next expansion. However, I've
Yeah.
heard some talk that you'll be able to unlock color schemes that you had received during a previous expansion.
Hmm.
Like if you've got the Mage Star appearance, you might be able to unlock the color schemes for it next expansion. But that's still unconfirmed.
Yeah. So better be on the safe side and just get them all now.
For certain, for certain. And I think this sort of new release date has helped invigorate people. Now, Ro, you put down in the docket here, this is the shortest drought that we've had in WoW history, and I believe you.
It is.
I mean, I think that's awesome. And Taurus was always sort of a little bit of a, I don't know, a downer as far as the cap rate is concerned because it was so short. I mean, it was so easy. I know I cleared through heroic mode of it in the first week, and I know a lot of other people did too. So it's like it was such a downer for a last raid that I'm happy we didn't have to spend
Hmm.
exceedingly long for it. I mean, it was still a fun raid, just a short one.
I think Tomb was a much better raid.
Yeah, I think Tomb would have been a better cap raid anyway.
I actually like the Nighthold more. Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
Nighthold was a good
I think
raid
that
too.
was the best one.
yeah,
It
I
is.
think Nighthold would also actually, now that you mention it, be a nice ending raid because Gul'dan took people forever. You know,
Yeah.
give some people that would give people something to gnaw on until the 14th of August for sure. If that was released at the same time as Antorus, of course, thematically it might not have worked the best.
Yeah, that's true. Mm.
And speaking about sort of with this stuff. We also had what's they called it Blizzard Media Day, and we got a new BFA trail. Let's peep on that real quick here, Ro.
Well, before we jump into that, we had you at PAX East, didn't we?
Oh, how could I forget PAX East? Yes, I was at PAX East. It was a ton of fun. I honestly, I should have mentioned on Twitter that I was going to be there before in case any of you lovely viewers would have been there too, and we could have, I don't know, had a coffee or whatever. But PAX East was a ton of fun. I got to play the island expeditions, the scenarios, and I did okay. I actually kind of failed them, being honest, because I learned how reliant I am. I'm a healer. I'm a holy priest. And I learned how reliant I am on not only keybinds but also voodoo. So I had to click on people to start healing them, and the keybinds were 1 through 10, which is something I'm very much not used to. So like overall at PAX East, I did pretty bad at the island expeditions, but
Did you let
actually
your
to
group
experience
die?
them was fun. No, I only let them die once, but that's because they were stupid and walked into the enemy
Oh
spawn
yeah,
zone.
that's totally their
No,
fault.
it actually was, because the enemy spawn zone. If you don't know, there's NPC enemies that are like, they call them high advanced AI. I think the term they're using, but where they spawn, like their graveyard, if you walk in there, it's an anti griefing or spawn killing thing, and it instantly kills you basically.
Hmm.
So yeah, that happened. But apparently everyone gets creamed at the during like their first few island expeditions, because it's just kind of a weird system to get your grasp on. I think it was really fun. I'm looking forward to actually getting to play it with a set of keys that I know. Another awesome thing I got at PAX East was I posted on Twitter, but I got a World of Warcraft sweatshirt. But I also got they said it was like confirmed beta access when beta comes out. At least that's from what it is from my understanding. So when beta comes out, we'll be able to bring you even better coverage on all that. Although, not to delay the inevitable here, let's look at this new trailer.
All right, yeah. So Blizzard had a media day and they had a shitload of stuff. So let's take a look at this trailer.
Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken.
Only one of us wanted this war.
Now this trailer is truly awesome. I honestly, so this is obviously, if you don't know, this is one of their, instead of like their cinematic trailer, this is like their in-game footage trailer or what have you. We saw a lot of awesome things. We saw the Titan sort of guard that is confirmed to be in the Nazmir raid. So I guess you could say we saw the boss room for that too. We saw a few different dungeons. Obviously, we got that lockdown release trailer. Is there anything that you really think we should key in on here, though, Ro?
I think there's new enemy types that we haven't even seen yet. That was in that trailer, so that's
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
Like there was that huge
snake-
withered creature too.
Yeah, and then they got the snake people, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah, those were confirmed to be in Voldun, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Quid, what about you? What are your like first thoughts coming out of that trailer?
First thoughts.
Yeah,
It is pretty good. I really like
Yeah.
it. I'm so hyped. And especially the first part of it with it's the cinematic thing. It was pretty nice.
yeah, I think
Really, really good.
no, it was really good. Also, something they didn't do in this that they usually do is usually they put in like a few. They have more features that they list out, I guess.
Hmm.
Like if I'm thinking about like previous ones, But in this one, they almost let the spectacles that they present sort of speak for themselves. Almost. Usually, it's like, oh, dance studio, garrisons, mission tables, like whatever, right? But they didn't really do that in this one. And I think that's
No.
almost a good sign, honestly.
Yeah. We're never gonna have a dance studio in WoW.
Not yet, at least hasn't been confirmed. But maybe next expansion, never know.
I
Well,
don't think
didn't-
it's
didn't
ever gonna
they-
happen.
Didn't they have the I think a micro holiday with the dance studio? Something like that.
Yeah, no, they might actually have one planned.
You're
Wait.
thinking of the Trial of Style had like a disco
No,
thing.
it was one in the auction house.
Auction house one, the dance, the auction house
Oh,
disco.
I don't know.
But was that a joke one or?
I mean, it was a thing. People
was a
went
thing.
to it. Yeah. It's
I don't
whether or not
remember
it's a
this
joke-
thing.
You didn't remember it? It was a big
No.
thing. You got to go to your auction house and everyone danced.
I think
Mm.
the thing I missed from that one was maybe if they added some achievements to it.
Yeah, they actually, that's something that's interesting about micro holidays in general. And we'll talk about this later in the show,
Oh, yeah.
but they're very wary about putting achievements on the micro holidays. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
Yeah. Well, they only have it, once a year.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people get upset about that or something. And they only
Yeah,
last
sure.
a few days.
Yeah.
I think honestly though, I'm really looking forward to. I think this. There's been a ton of stuff that's got me hyped for this, but I think this is out of everything. It's one of the things that's got me the most hyped. And one of the things that they actually did this week, it must be in concordance with Media Day, although I know some were because of PAX. We had some great Q&As. One was Sloop Bag. I sort of keyed out a couple big points here. One thing that we learned that's honestly a little bit of a downside, in my opinion, we learned that Azerite traits will not always, but often be for all specs. So you'd have a trait that would increase, I don't know, something like Angelic Feather for priests that is something that's for all specs. And I'm sort of wondering if this is going to diminish their role, because if they can only affect things that are more generally used across all specs, they really can't super affect the class.
I thought it was like, different sets of armor for each spec, right?
I think what the idea that they're going forward with is that like whatever the armor piece has on it, that's what it has on it, and it will be even if it's like not right for your spec. So I don't know. I'm kind of that idea sort of has pushed me away from the system a little bit. I like the idea of having individual Azerite circles for each spec, but I don't know. What do you think about this, Quinn?
Yeah. If we look on the one we saw in the alpha from all the people trying it right now,
Mhm.
it was one circle or one thing trait for each spec and then a general one, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of boring actually. That's really not much to.
Because it almost makes your decision for you, right? Like, okay, I'm playing a holy priest. I'm not going to pick the disc or the shadow one.
No, is they want some fat stats or they want to boost one of my abilities. That's really it, right? So
I mean, I think obviously we don't know until we see the Azerite traits on these more higher level pieces of gear, like the stuff from raids and stuff. But even I don't know, it's the Azerite system is shaping up to be the real crux of the next expansion if they don't do it right. Because if they do it right, it's going to be a ton of fun. If they do the Azerite system right, we're going to see some really awesome gameplay with like switching out abilities and such. But if they do it wrong, we're really screwed. Something else we learned about the Azerite system is that we will be able to respec them at some sort of a cost. And they haven't explained if that cost is going to be like gold or if it's going to be Azerite power. I'm hoping it's Azerite power so that it's harder to respec without losing progress, but I'm unsure.
Oh, the thing is, if they're going to make it charge like Azerite power, then I don't know. Does that mean the grind for it's going to be really quick and then you're just going to have nothing to do? Like,
I don't know.
but it could also be from any tomes, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Like talents. Then
Yeah.
just get tomes for the Azerite pieces.
But my problem with that though is that you're going to be switching your Azerite layout on each individual boss. And therefore, the individual choice doesn't really mean anything. It's like if you can change it out to have the ideal scenario for everything, then the choice is meaningless. The only way for the Azerite pieces to actually have meaningful choices is if it's difficult to change their sort of affliction, and then like when you make a choice, it's because it's good on these bosses and you're committing to it to have like the downside. But otherwise, it's like you just have the BIS for every boss.
Yeah. I would probably prefer having more pieces than for one single place.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
maybe three pants, and then change them.
Yeah, if that happens, I feel sorry for druids.
Right?
So, I mean, not only are you gonna have like your single target, you're gonna have your AoE, then you know you're gonna have your raid healing and your single target healing, all that good stuff.
Another thing that we heard about during this sort of sloop bag interview here is that there will possibly be something like an AOTC for Mythic Plus, right?
Yeah.
Where it's, I think that's a cool idea, honestly. Where like you basically, if you don't understand what I'm meaning, is that if you reach like, I don't know, do a plus 20 or plus 15 during a certain sort of season, it will lock you down for that and be like, you got AOTC, the Keystone Master 20 or whatever for season whatever this is. And I think that's really cool. This is probably going to work in tandem with the new Raider IO like or Raider IO S system that they want to introduce of tracking your stuff. I think that that's going to be a really positive change.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, especially if they're giving out rewards for it, make maybe a mount or something like that. Or, yeah. But I think it also has, it could have its own set of problems. Like people would say, oh, you need a clear plus 20 achievement to get into my 15.
Yeah, right. Or
Something
you'll need
like that.
clear plus 20 achievement last season to get into my plus 15.
Yeah, so.
Like-
But then again, it's already like that.
That's true. That is true. I
So-
mean, it's just this makes it
It's-
more like it's just like link this.
Yeah, but
What?
it's
Yeah, well, right now you could clear all 15s and get on your Raider IO, and you can get into pretty much any group. But
Yeah.
doing a
Hot
plus
tip.
20 is a whole different ball game.
Yeah. Hot tip though, if you just link people fake achievements, 50% of the time they'll accept in the group. That's how I got my AOTC last expansion for one of the tiers. I forget which one. But if you just link someone else's, half the time they won't look.
Just link the
That's-
one you haven't completed.
Yeah, right. they don't look like But also, one of the biggest like things we've heard about, and this you probably don't know about this, Quib. We discuss here a lot what we call Old God Disco, which is the expansion post BFA. That's like we assume to be something Old God themed because, of course, it's going to be. But we have some real hot news on that. Morgan Day, which was the person that was interviewed, sort of said, "How do you kill an Old God without killing the host itself?" Now, what this means to us is that, is it possible that we haven't killed the old gods that we think we have, like Cthulhu and Yogg-Saron? Because we know.
Is my theory correct, Deb?
What's your theory? Let's re-up the audience on that info.
I mean, I was saying, like, I didn't think the old gods were dead, because you can't actually, like, kill them.
Okay. Yeah, it's looking like your theory might be correct here, Ro. The first time. Ro might have got this one right. And
Are you having trouble admitting this? I don't
little bit.
understand.
But we already had confirmed that in the Nazmir raid, we're going to be fighting, like, almost like images of the old gods, right? Quid, what do you think about this? Do you hold any stock in like a like post BFA expansion based off the old gods?
well, I think it would be cool. I think as long as they get the lore to like, as long as they get some good lore for it, then I'm pretty much down for anything.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to they need to think it through. They need to figure out how to make it make sense or whatever.
For the old gods?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude.
Little bit.
Like, the
How do we-
Legion...
They need
I mean,
they need to explain how the old gods aren't dead who we killed.
Yeah, I bet, like, they could tie in Magni, like a cinematic or something for that.
Something like Magdi being like, I'm
Yeah.
made out of diamonds and the old gods are back.
Well, he's the
Something-
speaker of Azeroth, right?
Yeah, he is. So he'd know. And
So,
Also, anyone else think that maybe what if Magni gets corrupted by the old gods and Magni becomes the boss? Think about it.
I don't know about that. What are we gonna go
Maybe.
down in the depths of Ironforge to fight him?
Well,
I mean, we already
it
had a
could be
siege of
cool.
Ogamar, so
Well, we could have. Okay, well, yeah, we're probably gonna have a second one after this with Sylvanas and the way she's going. Like
yeah,
a siege
she's gonna be the Lich
Right.
King 2.0.
Uh,
Hmm?
I don't know. We've
Yeah.
gotten. I think honestly, it's very likely that we'll be seeing a sort of old god themes expansion. We got another Q&A. This one's by Blizzard Watch. We've actually featured some of their articles here on the show before. Love and follow them on Twitter. Anyway, we sort of learned that that there's going to be a ton of different war fronts, and they're going to be on a rotation or something like that. I think it's really interesting. Are you a PvP guy by any chance, Quid? Do you do PvP?
No, I really don't do a lot of it.
Yeah.
I do it for the appearance. that's it.
Yeah, me and Roah aren't really PvP people, but Warfronts, they seem like they're going to be really interesting. Also, I think that Warfronts might also have a PvE mode where you're facing against. I think they're actually starting off as a PvE mode at least, where you're facing off against an NPC army anyway in just a large format. And I'm wondering if they're going to try to move that in to like the new raiding scene.
So Warfront is the RTS thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was that at PAX or did you know?
No, wish that would have been fun. But yeah, no, Warfronts are the RTS ones, and that apparently there's going to be more of them, I guess.
Yeah, multiple of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of just Arathi Basin or whatever that they have right now.
Yeah, Storm Guard, wasn't it? I think
Mhm.
it's called. Yeah.
Also, something that we might be able to do. This is a big boon for us Transmog guys. Your appearances, like your artifact appearances, you may be able to use them on other specs. For some cases, the example they use here is the like some of the darker shadowy versions of the priest weapon being used for Shadow Priest. Now,
come on.
Could happen.
I mean, Shadow Priests they're already dark purple. Like, how do you get more shadowy than that?
I don't know. Quid, what artifact appearances do you have? I know you have what? You have the fire one, right?
Yeah, I have the fire one. I have the arcane one. From a mage.
Yeah, and honestly, mage I think could be one of the ones that would be up for like the being able to use multiple different ones block, because the mages sort of a lot of them they seem sort of like they're not very specific, except for maybe Ebon Chill is the only one that like screams out to me as this is particularly a frost one. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the hidden one for arcane, the sheet one.
That would be one.
Maybe that will. Yeah.
Go for everyone, I think.
Yeah, and I think
because everything can pull morph.
I think the Destro Warlock and Affliction Warlock should be able to like intertwine with each other.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, what's the difference? They're both.
I mean, they're both staves. So, you know, I just like the Destro appearance better in my Affliction appearance.
All right. Something else we learned was that we're most likely to see the option to be able to, like, when we make our Kul Tiran males or females, to have the skinny option to be like that super skinny one. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting. It's nice they're expanding on the customization.
Mm-hmm. And they talked about the customization a little bit, and they were saying that they were interested in adding more customization options like the Blood Elf Golden Eyes, but they don't have anything planned at the moment. Something else of note, Ro, you've been hitting me for a while because apparently Sylvanas burned Teldrisil first, okay? But I have some news for you. These guys sort of hinted that maybe the Alliance provoked the whole thing.
I don't know about that.
That's what these guys said, and I'm willing to trust them.
I don't know about that.
Quid, who do you think started it? Alliance or Horde?
I think Horde started. I think Sylvanas started.
There we go.
That's the vibe I get from the trailer, the newest one, with the release.
Yeah, but here's the thing: what if she was provoked by some sort of small tiny boy king who pissed her off. I
Boy
understand
King.
that. That's what
Well-
they call of it here. I'm talking about Anduin.
Well, Anduin did say only one of us wanted this war, didn't he?
Okay. Stop piling on the facts, okay?
Yeah.
Also-
So
On a lighter topic, we got a solid maybe for gnome paladins.
yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know what I think about that. Small people running around with hammers and light.
That seems completely safe to me.
I mean,
Yeah.
what's your issue with gnomes here?
I don't know that. I don't think there's any good transport for it.
Ooh.
Well, fun fact, I main a gnome DK, and Dab over
he's-
here mained a gnome priest when he was Alliance.
Yeah,
Well.
and the gnome monk. However, now I'm a goblin priest, so I'm
Tomato,
separated.
tomato, it's like the same
Yeah,
thing,
it's-
man.
Size doesn't matter, Quid. Okay, it's the way you use it.
Yeah, I know, but
It's the motion of the ocean.
Yeah, it's not the
it
size
just
of the way
feels
the monk-
weird.
Wait, so you don't
Um,
want to see gnome paladins?
No, not really. Think about it. A gnome paladin as a tank, maybe.
Well, I mean, what's the
Uh,
difference
with
between a gnome paladin and a gnome warrior tanking?
Yeah, that too. Actually, I'm not really fond of it.
So you just don't like gnomes being like a tank role then?
Yeah,
Because they're too small.
I feel.
and
Yeah,
they-
yeah.
They're like,
I think that's
they're
too
like
small.
babies,
I feel
you
like
know?
I feel like the boss is going to kick them away.
Okay, come on. That's rude. Gnome kicking has been illegal for 3,000 years. You know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is that my paladin will be switching to Dark Iron Dwarf, and I definitely won't be a gnome paladin.
You're leaving the gnome race behind.
Not necessarily. I'm still gonna be playing my DK as a gnome. That's not gonna change.
I would rather have a night elf paladin, to be honest.
Night elf, huh? No,
Night
they're just too tall. They look weird. They
No,
run
but we have
weird.
one. We
They
got
can't
one
fit
in
in
Legion.
some doors. It's just a
Night
weird
elves?
race. Yeah, there's only a couple. There's a couple spots in Stormwind where gnomes can only fit through.
That's facts.
So that's like
That's true.
that's the true race there is the
It's a
gnomes.
sneaky way through. Something we got a huge press release with a ton of information, but here's what I think is important out of it. We learned that the Dark Iron Dwarves, as well as the Kul Tiran humans, are most likely going to be it's the Dark Iron Dwarves and the what do you call them, Magar Orcs are most likely going to be able to be got basically at the start of the expansion. Well, the Kul Tiran humans and the Zanzalari trolls are going to be like a while before we get them.
Yeah, they said that the Dark Iron and Mega Orcs were from completing the war campaign, I think.
Mhm.
I don't know if I completed all complete, but
I figure
probably
completing the war campaign will be a pretty quick process. I'd imagine. I mean, I think the war campaign is just getting to the other sort of side. But I think what's interesting about this, though, is that, I mean, Zanzalari trolls are one of the things that were promised to us is like, I guess one of the like big things that was coming out during this expansion is like something for people to get hyped on. It's kind of weird to me that like we're gonna have to wait so long for Zanzalari trolls. I mean, I know personally that's one of the things that I know I'm gonna race change my main to.
God.
Well-
I don't know. It just feels weird that we're gonna have to wait so long for them.
I
Well, I
completely
mean,
agree.
how long is it actually gonna be?
But it says a bit later. I'd assume that like with the first raid patch.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm okay with that. I mean,
Well-
like the allied races are supposed to be like, I don't know, something unique and prestigious almost when you like farm the heritage armor, right? So I have no problem waiting.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
have no problem waiting, but I think it's a weird announcement they did when they released what's it called alpha, not alpha, but the picture in the beginning. They had the Zanzalari trolls in the picture together with Dark Iron Dwarf, and then we get Mega Orcs instead.
Yeah, right.
As the first one.
I agree with you. It's like they were almost part of the advertisement for this is what you're getting in BFA. And I mean, yeah, we're still gonna get them, and I'm happy that we're getting stuff still on Horde side, but it just feels like we're cheated almost.
Yeah.
Something
It's kind of
else-
looking like candy. Oh, looking at candy, but you have to wait.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
You have to wait.
So, is there
Starving.
going to be any? I thought we're going to have 2 allied races at the launch of BFA, right?
No, yeah, you're gonna have Naga Orcs and Dark Iron Trolls. I mean,
Yeah, one
Dark
for
Iron
each.
Dwarves.
Oh, okay.
Not something else we learned is that before we're actually going to have the events of Teldrisil and Undercity before BFA in a pre-patch. Now, what's interesting to me is I wonder when this pre-patch is going to come. Obviously, we have the classic Sylvanas thing here. We're confirmed to have 2 mounts that you get from doing the pre-patch events: a Plague Bat, and then a unnamed Darnassus Hippogriff. I think it's interesting because we it's forever the only way to get a hippogriff was through like farming rep or making a night elf. So I think it's interesting that it'll be so easy to get these. I think that the mounts are pretty cool. When do you guys think that we're going to be seeing this? If we have August 14th as a confirmed date, when do you guys think, like, what month do you think we're going to see the pre-patch come out in?
I think the month before.
Yeah.
So it's middle of August right now for the release. So I think probably middle of July, maybe start of July actually.
Yeah, sometime in July. I wouldn't be surprised if like
Probably after the 4th of July, I'd guess.
could be, or maybe it could be dropped on the 4th of July. Sometimes they like to use like big events like that. It depends. We'll see.
Well, Ian did. Oh, he said we shouldn't quote him, but he did say usually it's about 4 weeks to 6 weeks before the release.
Mm-hmm.
So the middle of July and start of July is probably a very good guess.
Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think because obviously 4th of July is a major holiday in the U.S. So I think probably after the 4th, because if they release it before the 4th, then they're gonna have to be working on the holiday, So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be after the 4th.
Also, I think it's really interesting that we're going to be getting mounts. I think that's really cool that we're going to be getting faction mounts because we have gotten mounts for like pre-release before, but usually not faction specific. I guess that sort of comes into the whole BFA ideal. Something also we learned is, as we had thought, you're going to be losing the ability to get your various artifact items.
What do you mean?
During the pre-patch. So when the pre-patch hits, that's done. So for getting the artifact stuff.
Yeah, so you can't get like the mage tower and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have even less time than we originally thought.
So I think the 4 weeks you were talking about, Quid's probably pretty accurate. So take, what is it, August 14th minus 4 weeks. That's basically your end date to get all your characters you want the artifact on.
Yeah, earliest the 6 week before.
Yeah,
earliest. So.
Still, it's not that much time.
No, but do you think that both of the burning of Teldrisil and the Undercity one, do you think they will be launched at the same date?
I don't think so. I think they'll be staggered, but not by very much.
Maybe I think we're gonna have the burning of Teldrisil first.
Yeah.
And then the Alliance will be like, what the fuck? And then we're gonna go for the Undercity.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be like what they've done with some quest lines here, where they'll give you a little bit of the quest line every week. I think we're gonna see something like that. Something else of note, we got a bunch of information on the PvP updates. Now, they talked about really completely overhauling the PvP system for world PvP, which is something that a lot of people were sort of wondering about. But we've gotten some more concrete information on that. Now, I know none of us are really PvPers, but I'm ready to spread information I don't know everything about.
I mean, I've dabbled in PvP. Not much this expansion, because PvP this expansions.
Well, I do actually play on a PvP server.
Oh well,
actually,
you won't be playing on a PvP server after August
Actually, I
14th or
think
whatever.
maybe in the beginning of the release, because we each
maybe.
get a zone, right?
Yeah.
The Horde get one
Well-
and the Alliance get one.
You have to switch to a PvP engaged or whatever.
Mhm.
It's sort of like an instance thing.
Yeah,
But
basically,
the catch is if you quest on the PvP side, you get more experience. So
And resources.
I'm
It's
definitely going
not
to be
only
leveling.
experience.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be leveling PvP for sure.
certainly.
I
We
and
also
I think like people are gonna not even gonna be attacking that much. You know, people obviously
No,
people
yeah.
attack, but most people are gonna want to level and just leave everybody alone.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't think you'll get to attack because we get our own island. So
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
won't get
Even
to the new
he's
island
right.
before max level. So
Especially, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
especially if
that's
you're like
true.
really within the first wave. Honestly, that's a really good point. Level PvP, at least for the first few months or whatever, the first month. Because yeah, there aren't going to be too many people of the other faction really headhunting.
no.
So if you don't know how the PvP system works, it's basically a toggling option where you need to be not just in a town, but in like you call them sanctuaries. That's basically Stormwind, Orgrimmar. I'd assume Boralus and the Zandalari city, which I always forget the name, like the Royal Chambers, whatever. You need to be in there, and you can toggle it. And then when you go out in the world, you'll only see people who are in war mode. So that's what we have confirmed. And we also confirmed that it will actually give you an experience bonus. Other than that, we also learned that there'll be an account-wide prestige/honor, which I'm interested to see how this is going to affect. Like, I guess it wouldn't affect artifact appearances, but a lot of what you get from prestige is like the having to stack it up. So will we see people doing, because you get more honor from your first arena or the battleground of the day. So we're going to see people like doing arenas on every single character to farm honor.
Maybe for like the big PvPers, but I don't know. I don't think so.
This
I think
is obviously this is going to mean that for the big PvPers, so it's only going to be like a week until you have level 100. It's looking like the honor level is going to go to of the honor skill, and then you can just kind of ignore it, and you'll have it on all your characters too. I think it's going to be a positive change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too. I might be playing a bit more PvP with this change. Because
Well,
I can play with any of my characters now.
and it says here that
Right?
all
Yeah.
talents will be available at 120. So once you hit 120, you're gonna have all your PvP talents.
So I think it's honestly a totally positive change. Something else of note is we learned about the fact that they're going to be reintroducing conquest points, which I think is awesome. These are basically
Yeah.
going to be you're going to be able to buy pieces of gear, or like I'm assuming they're probably going to be something like the baleful gear or whatever, where you buy a token for a piece of gear that you then activate and it produces a piece of gear, whether Titan Forge or whatever. But this is basically to reduce the RNG in PvP. I think this is again another positive change for PvP. One of the things people complained about so much this one is that like you're not getting the item you want, and that will especially become a problem when we have to worry about weapons again, right?
Yeah.
'Cause,
And
like,
I think this is gonna draw me to maybe doing arenas more because I didn't like how the RNG was. Like you were doing PvP for a chance at something. Like what the hell? That was stupid. And combine that with the PvP being not that great this expansion.
yeah, I think overall these changes are all really positive. I'm really happy with them.
Yeah. I'm happy with it too. As long as I get some cool transmog.
Yeah, exactly. It's
what
all
it's
about
all
the
about.
transmog power, man.
It's
For
all about
sure.
the transmog.
I do actually kind of wonder how the conquest points will affect Transmog, because this expansion we've been able to buy all of the current seasons or the season before Transmog with marks of honor. I'm wondering if we're going to see that being something that we can do moving forward. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think
I
they
hope-
should probably keep the marks of honor in. There's been no mention of taking it out.
Yeah.
So hopefully they keep it in because it was essentially the same thing as honor points.
Yeah, but you also use it to buy the old PvP sets. So,
Right, yeah.
So I don't think they'll remove it.
Yeah, I don't think they will
I don't
either.
think so.
Yeah. Something else we got. We got what looks to be the official collector's edition for the next expansion for BFA, and this is going to be a physical collector's edition. Now it will get you everything you get in the digital deluxe edition. So you get your little turtle pet as well as your horse and raptor, but you also get a small like pendant or whatever,
And the
and
digital soundtrack.
digital soundtrack.
Yeah, man, you can't leave that out. Obviously.
Now you either get I'm not sure. I think you either get a Horde or Alliance pin. I don't know if you get both of them.
I hope
Can
you
you
get both.
can you choose? Like, I don't want a fucking horde thing.
Oh, I assume you choose. Oh, actually, you might get both of them. Let me see.
Maybe let me just.
Oh,
see
it's
the-
double-sided.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so it's Horn on one side and Alliance on the
Alliance,
other one.
Yeah,
okay.
makes sense.
Now, what's this
That's
thing
fine.
right here? Is that like a book or something, or what the hell is that?
Let's see. It was
you
the. Let's see. Do you know it?
You get a no. I think it's.
Oh yeah,
What do
that
you
is.
mean when you say the book?
It's a double-sided storybook.
Yeah, you probably get an art book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. It says every Great War story has two sides,
Hmm.
and then a hardback version collects two new World of Warcraft novels
Oh.
depicting the burning of Teldrisil from the point of view of the Alliance and the Horde.
So that would be very useful information. Something
Yeah.
else of note, you get what looks to be a card back for what do you call it, Hearthstone?
Yep.
2 symbols for StarCraft. And I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that could be a skin for Overwatch.
Let's see.
I think
have it
it
here.
probably would be a skin because it doesn't make sense for them to release an avatar picture
Well,
for over.
as far as I can see in the collections edition FAQ, it says that you get some emotes, icons, and sprays. So I don't even think it's a skin.
It's still good. And you also get if you care about Heroes of the Storm, which you most likely don't. Yeah, it's a spray. If you care about Heroes of the Storm, which you most likely don't, you get a mount. Here's the
Yeah,
Storm.
you
Also,
get
isn't
the-
that a mount that we got in game?
Yeah,
it's the one.
yeah, it
in-game.
is that one that was in game.
Yeah, the one you got from playing 10 Heroes of War, Heroes of Storm games,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So now we get it the other way around. That's fine.
Jeez, Blizzard, what the hell?
Anyway, I think it's $100 USD. So it's not. I mean, it's expensive. But honestly, if you've seen collector's editions for other games, it's pretty at point with other collector's editions. They charge a ton for this.
Yeah.
I don't think
and
I'm gonna buy it personally.
You can refund so if you already have your pre-order digital, you can refund it and then you can go buy this.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
from what I've been hearing, this stuff is kind of hard to get your hands on because people like already bought up them.
I'm sure. But I mean, there's probably scalpers and stuff.
So, yeah, just keep that in mind if you're
In the
deciding to
market.
do that.
Yeah.
I actually kind of wanted it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I kind of
it's
want
just-
the pendant in the book.
Me too.
Yeah, the
Maybe I'll have
pendant's
to
really
buy that
cool.
on like eBay or something
Also the
later.
book.
Yeah,
Also
I'm
the
interested in the book because the book has a
Yeah.
bunch of really good lore in it. Speaking about pendants, you know what's a pendant, Ro? It's a great segue, killer segue.
Is it a Azerite
No, it's your Heart of Azeroth.
or whatever? Close enough.
We got a calculator for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
This can help.
This doesn't look. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just not excited about this.
No, I'm not excited about it right now. We only have one piece, so it really does not say a lot.
Not a ton of information, but it's good to see. I guess that we're getting a little bit more information on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
but pretty much all of them was the same, I think.
Mhm.
Apart from the first row or the second one. Let's see.
if you look at the effects, they're pretty minimal.
Yeah, I think these are just the ones in game right now, aren't they?
Yeah, that should be. But yeah, what is it? It's the first row with the general one and then 3 spec specific. And the rest is pretty much the same.
Yeah, well, and I've heard people talking about like, oh, you're just gonna take the same talents anyway,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
which is true, but I mean, it just doesn't feel that good when you don't have options.
Honestly, options are what make the game the game. And with that in mind,
Yeah.
we've sort of gotten a lot of customization recently. We have some customization for the female Kul Tiran, and I will warn you, some of this is pretty graphic. But Ro, let's pull that up.
Okay, are we ready?
I don't know.
Are we ready?
we're so ready now.
So you get everything from different eyes to freckles to scars,
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking right there.
pretty grisly ones.
I like my women rough, so.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Adding more options. So
More options are always great.
more options, yeah.
And
And I think it's the first time we got eyes like that. The
Yeah,
Scott
right?
one.
Yeah.
It's
I
the first
think-
time.
I wonder if we're going to be seeing something like that for other races where, like, I know it might be hard to do, but like physical damages, you don't really get those a lot. And those can add so much to a character.
After battle or something like that.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
after
That would be
It's
cool.
It's like a customization option, but
Oh.
I think that adds so much to the character, in my opinion.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to have like a completely blind character running around. I'm just
Sure,
saying.
very safe, great with your swords.
Yeah,
A true monk. A true monk.
I'd
Without
totally
eyes.
make my Death Knight completely blind.
Yeah. Maybe adding undead like the Chinese client for the US and EU too would be cool.
Could you
I think-
explain what that is?
Basically, on the Chinese client, they don't have like it's not that graphic.
Yeah, I've heard
so
about
you
that.
don't use some
Oh, yeah,
blood and stuff like that. So the undeads, as far as I remember, you can't see the bones
Yep.
and stuff like that. And I think that would be cool too.
Yeah,
First.
no, honestly, that is true. Because with the undead, like half of your arm is just gone
Yeah,
for no good reason.
Well, I mean, there is good reason because they're a decaying corpse stab.
Bro, don't give me
Yeah,
that lip. Bro, cut the lip. Let's be honest here.
I'm just saying, there is a reason behind it.
No. Honestly, though, what I think is better than the scars and stuff, I think the female Magar Orc jewelry is significantly cooler.
Of course you would think that.
Why? Why is that? What do you
Because
think?
they're horde, obviously.
Okay, come on. You got nose rings. You got little horn earrings. Got rings.
I think the only
Finger
cool
ring,
thing the guy going for him is
neck
this
thing.
necklace thing here.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like them all. Honestly, I think they're really cool. What about you, Quid? Which is your
I-
favorite?
Oh, which my favorite?
It's the Alliance.
Yeah,
Kul
Alliance.
Tiran.
Is Alliance. I'm playing a lot of Alliance, so
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
that's
these look a
picked
lot
the-
better than the Druid. I don't know what you're talking about. And it
Hey,
makes
come on.
these guys look tougher than the Orcs too.
yeah.
So-
The horse gets the jewelry, and the Alliance get actual scars.
Come on here.
Come on, actual scars saying we have been in belt, we have belt, and we
Uh,
have fought.
You're not trying to tell me that no, the Alliance, they're a bunch of little puny babies. Just accept it, okay?
No, man, you're crazy.
Okay. Do you want to know what's crazy? Jaina,
Ooh,
right? She's a little bit crazy. Okay, you gotta admit me that. Admit me that Jaina's a little bit crazy.
she's a lot of crazy.
Yeah, she's I don't know. Is she crazy though? Like,
Yes. Yes, bro. She's
she
very-
crazy?
Jesus.
Maybe she's just honest.
No. Jaina's crazy.
I don't know about that. I think Jaina is perfectly sound mind. She's an intellectual
she-
after all, Deb.
She's been through a lot.
Okay, I have to disagree with you. We got some data mine text here, bro. Can you give us the lowdown on this? A quick sort of summary.
I mean, if you're just going off this right here, be careful who you trust. It makes her
Right?
sound a little crazy.
She's paranoid.
She has her guard up for a reason, probably. Hopefully. Maybe.
What's that? She needs to let
Yeah.
people in. Let people in, bro.
I mean, she has Thrall, right? And Anduin.
Yeah.
So those are
That's
two
true. Yeah.
people.
Also, we'll see her play a role in the Siege of Boralus, which is the dungeon, if you don't know. Now, Boralus is the capital city of the Kul Tiran Islands, or the Kul Tiran Isles. And Kul Tiran is actually controlled by her mother, ironically, of course. And she's actually the person who orchestrated greatly her father's death. So there's a lot of family tension there, to put it lightly.
Yeah. I don't think Thanksgiving and Christmases are quite the same over at the Jaina Proudmoore's house.
But, even Jaina has to lighten the mood every now and then. With a couple yokes, a couple good jokes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we got a release of a ton of different jokes. All of these guys.
Yeah.
Why?
Of course, here
don't
at
know.
Raid Radio, Dab has the best imitation voices for jokes.
Sure.
So
Could you Quid out of the list? We got Moira, Jaina, Danith, Trollbane, Talion, Muradin, Sourfang, Brom Smaggin, Overlord Gia. Pick one of those, and I'll do their joke.
I think I'll pick a dwarf. So yeah, try Moira. Try
Moira.
Moira.
So
Yeah.
Moira is a strong dwarven female. She got a lot
yeah.
of gut on her.
she has a lot of pride.
I'm pleased to meet you. That's pretty accurate. My people live inside a volcano. Keep poking me and I'll show you how the dark iron are up. Go ahead, make a short joke. We'll see how you get along without your kneecaps. At first I was irritated by all that Yas Queen nonsense, but yeah, I'll permit Day to carry on with it. Classic.
Perfect one. It was
Sounded
perfect.
like a drunk Englishman.
That's Moira in a nutshell. Honestly, if you guys don't know, I recently, I now do all the voices for all the characters in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, voice actor, strictly only you.
Officially. Only for Moira, though.
Only for
Oh.
Moira.
I do Moira.
Makes sense, I guess. I mean,
So, yeah.
honestly, I thought I was talking to a dwarf.
Honestly, these jokes, if you don't know, they're probably just if you talk to them. When you click on a character, it says something like, pleased to meet you, or whatever. It's probably just one of those. But I think it's fun, Give them a little more character,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then try to keep clicking on them until they get angry.
Get all the jokes.
Please stop.
Speaking about something that I can't even do a good segue there. We got new bear animations, okay? That's what I wanted to say.
Well, before we get on to that, there's something interesting here. The Death Knight Dragon mount scenario. So
explain it to us there. Our local resident Death Knight.
Yeah. I don't know. I read over this, and it looks like they're trying to get a one of the red dragonflights, I think, to kill it and become its mount. But I'm not sure what to make of it because I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be more mount for classes, but they also have like death things here. So I don't know if this is gonna be like a small scenario for Death Knights or
that we're gonna see more more class mounts in the future. Something Roah wanted. I don't really get it personally, but it's interesting.
Yeah, and there's one down here that says, "I survived the Lich King, only be taken out by the likes of you." So maybe that's like if you die or something like that. But I'm pretty optimistic that they're gonna have more class mounts, which I'm excited about.
Anyway, on the topic of classes that need an update, we got some new bear animations because we had those fancy new models, but some of them had pretty terrible animations. So we're probably gonna also see some new animations for Feral, I'd assume. But these new bear animations look pretty good to me. Pretty sleek. You know, they're much more thought out, I think.
Yeah, I
Um,
think the one we have right now, they're pretty stiff, if you can say that.
I'd agree. I think honestly, this is probably a reaction to all the new bear models that we're going to be getting, right? Because all the big allied races or druids are going to have new models. I think
Yeah.
they wanted animations that reflect sort of the quality there. Also, they've been doing animations for a ton of stuff lately.
Yeah, and I do think the one at beta looks a lot better. It looks more natural.
Yeah, I'm wondering how this is going to affect like skins like the werebear or the skunk bear or whatever, like the weird gorilla bear one. I wonder if that's going to get affected at all by this. Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
I don't think so, but if you look on the text right under the video, they are saying the Guardian Druid artifact forms, so
Yeah, no, definitely. So
it
but-
could be
Yeah, exactly. It could be, or it could just be the ones like the one that they show under there
normal
for the
bears
balance
with
of
new
power,
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something we're gonna have to sort of see to find out.
Yeah, we have to wait.
Of course. Something else pretty hot on the docket we got here. We got brand new tabards, and this can tell us a ton here. And we can figure out sort of what major factions we're going to be dealing with here for like World Quest and what have you. So the classes we have tabards for, we have Dark Iron and Magar, which of course we do. Those are just going to be probably from having a Dark Iron Dwarf or a Magar or whatever, or like when you get them, you're probably going to get that. We also have something called Order of the Ember. And that one intrigues me. I'm kind of wondering what it would be. I assume it's obviously has to do with fire.
Hmm.
Does anyone have any ideas?
I think it's going to be a Dark Iron Dwarf faction.
Think? But we
No,
also
that
have
was,
a Dark Iron Dwarf tabard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously you have the sub factions, like the Nightfallen and stuff like that.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So like it's like that's the faction that maybe you deal with, and then if you make a Dark Iron Dwarf, you get that tabard. I
think it might be a faction that you're just gonna maybe be doing like daily quests or something for like that.
Yeah, World Quest. We also got Proudmoore, so obviously we're gonna see some Proudmoore World Quest. Now I'm wondering if this may also be like in Boralus World Quest, because Boralus is gonna be huge. Are we gonna see World Quest inside of Boralus? Maybe give rep for this?
Possibly. I mean, that'd be nice to give like a city life like that. So you actually have people running around doing things instead of, making a mammoth parade.
Yeah, right. Also, we have the Duelers Guild, so that's probably something to do with rogues or whatever. Another thing I'm assuming is going to be in Boralus. Then we have the Zandalari Empire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is obviously Horde. Nobody really cares around here.
You don't say.
Yeah,
Also,
so
we have some new weapons that we hadn't seen before. We had the Lion Shield and a few different Nazmir weapons. So what are your thoughts on all these, Quid? Which is your favorite tabard?
the favorite tabard? Oh, I'm actually not really that much into tabards, but probably the Dark Iron Dwarfs. The Dark Iron one. I think that's the best one of them.
Yeah, it looks almost like armored, like too, which is kind of cool.
But to be honest, usually I just hide the tabards. I really can't get them to fit in.
Yeah, I guess it kind of depends on what you're playing. I've always been a tabard guy myself, personally.
You would be a tabard guy, Dad.
I don't know what you mean
I'm a
by
tabard
that.
guy too, so I don't know. I kind of like this one the most. The
Order of the Embers. It's the oddest out of all of them because I can't really place it 100%, but it's definitely a cool tabard.
It is.
Now that I think about it, maybe the Order of the Embers is going to be like the Paladin faction for the Dark Iron Dwarves.
That could be. That's actually a good point. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that. Because order usually, like the Order of the Silver Hand, it's a really good point there.
Yeah.
But you know which weapon that tabard fits with?
What
The
weapon?
priest one. The priest one.
Oh, you're right with the Disc Priest one.
Yeah, this priest one with the book.
Yeah, no, exactly. You're 100% right.
That's a perfect one. Perfect fit.
I think it's a great fit for Dark Iron Paladins because it shows the justice right here they get from like being holy with the book, and then obviously it shows their power with their sword. That's what we're looking at here, Dad.
But yeah, okay, come on here.
Yeah.
But would you philosophy major or something like that?
Yeah. I kind of like this guy too, the Dueler's Tabard.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gonna
okay.
be. Maybe it'll be like something cool, like a 1v1 gladiator arena. You know, you fight against another player, kind of thing. That'd be pretty sweet.
Definitely. So we also got some more information on Voldun here. It's also about like the Dark Iron Dwarves and what classes the Magor Orcs could be. Now, so if just quickly, Dark Iron Dwarves could be warriors, hunter, mages, monks, paladins, priests, rogues, shamans, and warlocks. No real shockers there. The Magor Orcs can be warriors, hunters, mages, monks, priests, and rogues and shamans. Again, no real shockers there. I'm trying to think. I'm surprised the Magor Orcs can't be warlocks. I guess that's probably the only thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised that none of the ally races can be Death Knights either.
Yeah, that just seems to be a common thing. Something wrong with that?
Yeah, there's literally everything wrong with that, Dab.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, at least at the moment, Roah's maining a Death Knight, so seeing more and more options where he can't be that thing.
It's like they're alienating one class for no good reason.
Maybe for lore reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
For
That's the
lore?
exact reason.
Are you kidding me?
Like-
Lore?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Blizzard? There's no
Come on.
way.
Okay, maybe I could see the Dark Iron Dwarves being Death Knights, but the Mega Orcs, they weren't even there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dark Iron Dwarves should be Death Knights because obviously they were there long before Arthas came about and the Lich King started doing all that stuff.
I don't know.
So I can see them being it.
But the thing is, I explained to you why they can't be, right, Roah? It's because people would just make Death Knights then to get the.
No, and then I said that they can just
There you go.
disable it like you do when you boost one.
But people get mad about that.
Suck it, Dab.
I feel like there's
But
no
then again,
solution for them there.
we don't know what level the other races are going to start at.
The allied races?
Yeah,
Ooh, like
the
soon
rest of
20.
them.
Yeah,
Maybe-
I thought
maybe
they were just
30.
starting at 20.
So maybe it's a higher. So maybe they can.
Yeah, it might be 30. It's being 30.
I
We
don't
also, let's talk with something a little more concrete here. We got some models that have been released. Now, most of the stuff that we've seen before, like the Forsaken Fellbat, the Hippogriff, those are both from the pre-patch, right? We have the Dark Iron Dwarf mount, which we'd already seen. Again, we have the Clefhoof, which is we already seen. We have some new ones here. We have the Dark Hounds, several different color schemes of this. Now, these don't have a saddle on them yet, so they could just be animals, but I could see these being mounts, couldn't you, Roah?
I think they might be like the PvP amounts. Possibly.
Just slap a saddle on it, it'll figure itself out.
Yeah.
I think we also here got some of the old god projections that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, the yellow one, right? Oh, it looks yellow. Yeah. I hope that is not the final version of how they looks, because I think it's so ugly with only yellow.
I mean, obviously it's a placeholder for alpha.
Hopefully.
I think it's part of the fact that they're projections. Make sure to get those up on the screen. But I think that's because they're projections, right?
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to have the real colors, but just a little bit faded out?
Yeah, I don't know. They might redo it.
Because if you look at the last one, which one is that? The eye or the eye?
That's Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, right?
In order, you have Yogg-Saron, Il'gynoth, and Cthulhu.
Yeah. So the Cthulhu one, it looks fine. It's an eye and it got colors. It's not only one color.
So this is the guy that was an AQ40, right?
Yeah, it's
Hmm. Yeah, I don't. That almost looks like the old model, doesn't it?
It is the old model. Same with
Yeah.
Yogg-Saron.
I don't know. I think these are placeholders right now.
You think they're gonna update the models?
I think they will.
Oh, what's wrong with Cthulhu?
I mean, you just got to make the eye more crazier, creepier, or something.
More high def.
Yeah, exactly. More pixelated.
I think it's
I
fine.
think it looks fine too, personally.
I'm just excited for the Old God again. Old God expansion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is definitely the type of thing that we could see in OCG. We also got some new enchants. These are real hot if you're a moneymaker, gold guy. Ro, are you a gold? How much gold do you got, Ro?
I have a little over 1 million.
A little over 1 million gold. Now, Ro, can I have some gold?
No.
And that's why he has gold. That's true. If you want to have gold, you gotta keep your gold.
I'd give you gold if you're Alliance, but you know you've abandoned me over here. So.
Okay, come on here. Come on here. Anyway, we have some new cloak enchants. These are, I think, most of these are pretty interesting. We also got some cooking recipes, less interesting. But the cloak enchants range in what sort of like what they are or whatever.
Yeah, you know these are pretty crazy. Like increase armor by 3.
Yeah, but
That's
okay,
gonna be a big deal.
you have to
It's
keep it
not
in
a lot.
perspective, bro. It is a big deal because increase armor by 3 when the new stats are out of 20 or 40.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, everything's been scaled down, including eye level. So these are significant enchants. You're going to be expected to have this on you, have a +7 armor enchant on you if you're tanking.
I just don't think
foresee.
it's gonna be that much. I just don't think it's gonna be that
Really?
much.
It doesn't look of much.
But that's because you're not used to the new numbers.
Yeah,
I think,
like the old numbers or the one we have right now is like what 1,000 or something like that, and then we go down
No.
to 3.
I think
They've even nerfed it. It used to be 5, now it's 3. So-
Yeah.
I mean, come on, that's like level fucking 1 kind of shit, right? Back in the day.
That's what they're trying to bring it back to. Dude,
But-
okay. No, when I did the island expedition, my character had like 20,000 to 3,000 to 30,000 health.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much armor did you guys do? Did
I
you
should've
look at that?
I should have looked. I don't think that much.
I think you're probably gonna get like a couple hundred armor value from like each piece, and maybe the shields are gonna give like
That's too
1,000.
much. No, that's too much. I don't think it's gonna be that much.
I don't know.
I think it's gonna be much less.
Okay, I have a question regarding the what's the item level there. Do you remember what item level is getting scaled down to? Isn't it around 100?
No, I believe it's around
Closer to 200.
200?
yeah, like 230, I think.
Yeah.
With all our current gear.
Okay. So that would mean that we're going to jump or go from around 200 to 600 in the end, or what?
Well, maybe, yeah, close to that. That's actually a good point because
Look at it, it's going up to level 600, right?
yeah, so usually that's what they do when like that's like the top range or whatever, like the bottom range in the next expansion. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Then that might just be a placeholder though. Still,
Yeah.
I hope so. It looks like a kind of big jump for me, at least. I think it was around 300 this expansion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
some high like that.
Yeah.
But kind of voids the whole thing that they're doing with the squish when they make such huge jumps.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. We also got a preview of the huge zone, Voldun. I think. What are your sort of first thoughts on Voldun?
Looks kind of interesting. Looks
Yeah, it's
almost like
a desert theme.
Yeah, like an Oldham kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks pretty cool.
It reminds me kind of that Kata's desert zone. Is that Oldham?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Oldham.
I think it's.
Also a little bit of Silithus too. Which makes me wonder, like, what could be buried under these sands? Are we gonna see a dungeon that's like under the sands, maybe?
Well, it's kind of a general rule that like every zone gets a dungeon, right?
Yeah. Also, are we gonna see like a Harrison Jones or whatever?
I don't know, but that would be awesome.
I think you will. I think you will. It fits good. It fits.
Yeah, I did like doing the Harrison Jones quest back in Oldham.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be even better now because obviously it's going to scale with your level, so you'll be able to actually complete the whole quest line before you move on.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be very nice. However, this will be a horde thing, right?
Voldun?
Yeah, Voldum's a horde zone.
Yeah, it should be.
This is where. So, can they have Harrison Jones with horde?
Yeah, I think he's like neutral.
But like,
He's just all about the exploration.
would the Alliance people not be pissed that they didn't get a Harrison Jones?
Well, I
No.
mean, I think you're going to be able to come back and.
I
Right?
think
And do
they
the
said that
quest.
when you're getting to max level, you get to explore all of the places.
I guess.
I'm sure there's going to be
so-
some sort of requirement where you have to go and get like, friendly with the faction or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You actually one of these screenshots. I don't know if you can find it, like the blue thing over that door. That almost looks like a dungeon entrance too, like underneath that huge temple.
Like this
It's-
thing right
it's
here.
above that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
above it.
Uh,
Near the.
but
It's
then
near
again,
the top.
we are getting 10 dungeons in total.
This.
I think there's
That's
a
what you're talking about?
in the, so
Yeah, I
and
think.
what we have 6 islands. And
Yeah.
3 for each. So
So I'm definitely thinking that we could have multiple dungeons in this place because there's so much. There's almost two sections of it. It looks like there's like the sandy, deserty temple area, and then there's like the more like silithid, like creepy crawly area, and both of those could have a dungeon.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's the Valpyrian.
Yeah, you got some Vulperian slaves, and some snake people too.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a pretty cool looking snake model there.
Yeah,
It'd be awesome if you could tame them.
some people are saying that those snakes are actually going to be an allied race for Alliance.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
snakes.
There's
Is
no
it?
way. Okay? There's no way that's gonna be an allied race.
Could be.
Calling it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Row. So
Yeah.
you're leveling your character, your alliance noob or whatever, and you
Yeah.
hear some whispers, and you're in Stormsong. You hear some whispers, and they're like, "Row, Sylvanas was right. Ooh, spooky. Her blood is making him stronger. Yours will too. Night falls, her song soon will end. Her whispers echo loudest of all. The crack widens. You got some ominous whispers in the storm something cemetery.
Yeah. Well, obviously this is spoilers too, so
Okay, come on, who cares?
we have to by law put
By
the
law.
spoiler
Well,
alert.
Pretty much everything is spoilers
Right?
at this time. So
Anyway,
let's see.
some of these whispers, we also got some more whispers, and we had some whispers in the puzzle box, which is appearing to sort of refer to all of this. If you don't know the puzzle box, something to do with the old gods, and it gives us information from various old gods like Yogg-Saron, what have you. Some of the mysterious whispers, in my opinion, directly refer to Sylvanas. It's like her blood is making him stronger. Yours will too. Night falls. Her song will end. Who sings in the game? Who of note? Sylvanas. Her song will end. She will die.
I'm telling you, man, she's gonna be Lich King 2.0. Next
Could be.
expansion, she's gonna be the main villain.
The main villain.
Could be.
I don't think so. I don't think. I think if we're getting a main villain, it's probably going to be Alliance.
For next expansion?
Yeah, maybe.
I
Because
don't know.
what we got.
Who would it be?
I don't know. Maybe Jaina?
Everything's just pointing
Jaina?
to Sylvanas. She's getting like corrupted, and she's like trying to kill people to
But
reproduce the undead. It's like,
but did she try? Did she get corrupted? Wasn't she just trying to help her own people, the Forsaken?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But still, I mean,
now they're whispering to her. Like,
yeah, I don't trust her.
yeah.
because I think these whispers are regarding the Azeroth itself.
Nah, I don't think so, because Azeroth only talks to Magni.
Magni. But why should Sylvanas' blood
Yeah, but we
make
also have
him
the heart
stronger?
of Azeroth, so might.
But why
increase
should her blood make him stronger?
that one's a little bit cryptic. I don't know 100% about that one yet.
Because if you look at it, we got Azeroth's blood, which we use to get stronger. So maybe that is the same blood.
Yeah, but Azeroth is a her.
Her blood is making him stronger. Yours will too.
Yeah, so Azeroth's blood is making,
Yeah,
I don't know, some kind of old god, maybe in the south or something,
could be.
stronger.
I think what it might be is maybe an old god's corrupting Azeroth. So, because the Titans don't whisper, it's only the old god.
That's true.
Or the Lich King does a little too, but only to Death Knights.
Yeah.
It's worrying. I'll put it that way. It's certainly worrying. To put it lightly, it's worrying.
I think that Sylvanas is it's going a little crazy over there.
Anyway, on a slightly less doom-enhancing topic, we got a new dungeon confirmed. And this actually probably explains what we had the Kazan map released recently. It's called the Motherlode, and it appears to be a sort of like goblin-themed dungeon. And I think it looks really cool. It's probably gonna be on Kazan, I assume. You go to Kazan, there's a bunch of Azerite that you need to deal with, like Azerite creatures. The bosses we have right now are the coin-operated crowd pummeler, who is like a mech. We have Azerok, who are a couple of rock creatures. We have Rixa Fluxflame, who's some BA goblin female from the Venture Co. And I think it's probably like the classic dug too deep or whatever. Like they were looking for Azerite, but it corrupted them. We also got Mogul Razdunk, who is in sort of like a Mimron's head kind of vehicle, which I hope we'll see as a mount personally.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, I still
Right.
haven't even gotten Mimron set after years of farming it,
Me too,
but
me too.
I kind of like this one better than Mimron said, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it has way more animation and stuff. I think so. We've been seeing a lot of these sort of dungeons and stuff where I think what this one's supposed to be doing is to show us that like Azerite can corrupt people. That's my thought on it. That's gonna be all these people are corrupted by Azerite. But that's just what I'm thinking.
Possibly. Or just their lust for power kind of thing.
Yep, lust for powers are never good.
Yeah.
But I definitely hope to see this as a mount in game. That'd be really awesome.
100%.
And obviously, it looks like it might be a 2-phase fight, where the dude's on this thing, then maybe he jumps off or something.
And that's about it for BFA news. Now, before we move into our current news segment, I'd like to remind you, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, drop a like, whatever. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure to follow us. And Quid, where can people find you online before we get into the current segment?
People can find me on Twitch for the mainly where I stream. I'm trying to build up my YouTube too.
And what's the Twitch link or what Twitch URL?
Yeah, my Twitch URL. Basically, my account is called Quidi24. It's the same on all my platforms, I think. Yeah, on both on Twitch, on YouTube, and Twitter.
Yes, yeah, so that'd be twitch.tv/Quidi24. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll put a link to all of his stuff there, including his Twitter. Definitely check him on Twitter and all the sort of platforms there. Now, without further ado, bro, let's kick off this current segment with the first topic we got here. This is about you. You want to give people a lowdown on this?
Well, as we know, there's no foreseeable future for Death Knights for allied races. So I don't know. I was thinking about switching main. No, there's a thing in there that says the Bolvar is planning something, so their allied races with Death Knights aren't working out or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that being said, that obviously we looked at the buffs earlier too. You know, some classes getting Death Knights don't seem to be on that list either. So I don't know. I was debating switching mains. What do you think, Dab?
But like, what would you switch it to?
Well, I've always been melee, so I was honestly thinking about rogue. I don't know.
Yeah, rogue's looking really good next expansion, of course, with the buff that they're getting, that they're able to bring to the table. I'd also say Demon Hunter is a really good option. What about you, Quid? What would you say? Do you know any good melee classes that you like?
Well, I've tried some. I think the warrior is actually it's kind of fun. Yeah, it's okay. It got 2 damage spec and 1 tank.
Yeah, it'll be similar to a Death Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then maybe Paladins too. I think they're pretty fun to play. I tried it a bit.
I have a Paladin tank that I could use.
I say whatever you pick, get the appearances before the next expansion, like, because you're gonna want those.
Well, just get all of them.
Well, I have to level up a character. I don't know if that would happen, but
it's not that hard to level up a new character.
You just gotta go for it.
I have not boosted any of my character apart from the one I got from buying the pre-order thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I got boosted, and that's a priest. But I have 12 level 110 characters. And I think 8 of them I leveled from level 1. So
yeah, honestly, Roah, I'd say, I don't know, maybe an elemental shaman too, because I'll give you. Do you heal any, bro? I don't know.
No, I don't heal anymore. I've retired from healing.
Honestly, warrior I think would be the best fit, because for Fury, like, warrior is one of those classes where it's very rare that warriors get really bad or really shit on. Unless you can be a Dark Iron warrior.
Yeah, or maybe I'll just hold out hope and stick with the Death Knight.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think there aren't really that many super bad classes anymore. That's kind of something, almost a thing of the past, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just thinking more of like utility as some buffs to bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Something else of note, kind of, and those are kind of not. We have I don't know if you guys know, the Xorothian Cultist and what do you call it? The Broken Shore. They count down forever, basically. but not really. It has a date where it ends. And the last time they did this, it ended with the sort of opening of Antorus. So I don't know. I'm kind of they've started counting again, and it's looking to be that it will end on the 25th of April. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what that's going to be. Are we going to see maybe a content patch? But like, what would it even drop? If you don't know, that's next Sunday. Maybe no 25th.
25th.
That's going to be the Wednesday, a couple weeks from now. I'm kind of wondering what they're counting down to. You know, any ideas, Quid?
I think maybe the last part of or the last bit of the story for our artifact weapon,
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
because we still need to turn them in.
yeah,
The
that's something.
Are you talking about the Syphilis story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that they haven't really resolved yet. I think that's a good guess. I'm hoping. I've always been holding out hope that there's going to be like a quick, either like a quick dungeon or raid that they release in between now and BFA. However, with the more recent release date released, I doubt that that's going to happen. If they would, though, I'd assume it'd be like some sort of a Silithus-based one.
Yeah, maybe like a one boss kind of thing.
Yeah, I doubt that's going to happen though. So you're probably right about turning in the artifacts. That seems to make the most sense to me.
Yeah. But then again,
It's
we'll have
interesting.
2 months then without anything. It's just
I mean,
that.
but still, that's a pretty short turnaround time.
It is. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be my guess. The artifact.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Either that or something to do with Silithith, like a continuation of the Silithith storyline, because they haven't been doing a ton with that.
No, they got the first part of the story with the sword where we looked at it, where we got the mount, and the second one was with the release of Seething Shore, I think, where you had one quest.
Yeah, we haven't really got that much.
So, I think that quest gave you like 19 gold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was all. That was really all.
Yeah, and
So.
you had to go around and pick some shit up or something like that, right? That was it.
yeah.
No,
It's far from incentivized.
no, was it? Wasn't it just complete one Seething Shore and win it?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
In other current news, we also have Blizzard had a student art contest, and there's some pretty gorgeous art that was submitted. And I'm always a fan of contests. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, these are pretty good. You know, the submitted art.
A surprising amount of Pandaland stuff, but that's fine.
Well, we do have a lot of Chinese in the competition.
Oh, I'd assume.
I really like this one right here. It looks like a witch hut.
Yeah, at first I thought that was an in-game model or whatever.
Yeah, and then the chicken got some fill on it or what? I think it's pretty cool.
Fell chicken.
Fill chicken.
Yeah, this one looks pretty cool too, with the high mountain Tauren stuff going on.
Yeah.
You also have a Queen Azara model there.
Yeah. They're all pretty great. So.
Yeah, just some awesome art.
But then again, if you look on the run-up one, the one where you have on the screen right now, that actually that looks I think it's Queen Azara, right?
Yeah.
And it looks a lot like something you find in anime.
A little bit. She's a little bit thicker than the one that they use in game.
Yeah, just a little bit. I almost kind of like this better than the model they have in game right now.
Yeah, maybe. It's a little bit.
Oh, it's a Naga Royal Mage.
Oh.
Which, aka Queen Azura, I guess.
That's what it looks like to me, yeah.
But yeah.
Also, we have some effects that got released. Like, I think some of these are really cool. Like the void, the Shadow Priest Void Zone effect. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, that is interesting looking.
It's cool.
Yeah, I just think honestly, this is a really cool competition that they put on. You know.
Yeah, I think so too.
I wonder if they use these competitions for like inspiration or something. Like you kind of use the ideas that they come up with.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. I'd be surprised. We also got what else we got here? So Ro, apparently you've been working at that arena mount. How's that going for you?
Well, I haven't started yet, but I will be.
Come on, you don't have that
doing
much
it.
longer. I don't think it's worth
That
it.
much longer, dude. 4 months? You
Come
kidding
on.
me?
You
That's a
weren't
pretty
able to do
long-
it last time.
That's because I didn't have anybody to run it with last time. Because you left me, Dad. Okay?
Okay, you're making excuses for yourself now.
I'm gonna be doing it with some of my guild mates.
That's good for you, bud.
You don't want to? You don't think it's worth doing? I think it's some of the best mounts in the game, man.
I don't know if it's not. It's not that it's not worth. It's just not worth the effort. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing.
What do you think, Quid?
Well, as I said, I really don't like PvP, so I haven't even. It's rated PvP, right? Rated arena,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
rated.
Yeah,
So it's
I haven't.
103 wins or 40 RBG wins.
Okay, I haven't. I think I have done in total 10 rated. While I was a demon hunter, and that's it. Um, so me getting that mount, I don't see it happening.
I've never been a big arena guy myself. I've done a little bit of them. I don't know. They just don't appeal to me.
I don't know. I mean, have you actually seen them in game? Like, have you
Yeah.
been up close, personal to them? Look them in the eyes. I think they're some of the best looking mounts in game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think the mounts are pretty good looking, but
But is it really worth the time?
I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, you could do 20 to 30 arenas in like an hour, right? So you're bound to win a couple, even if you suck really bad. So
I suck really bad, like incredibly much. So I don't even think it's.
statistically, you win a couple.
Yeah, I might be winning one every 10 match. I think.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure you're not as bad as you claim to be.
Well, I could be. Uh, it's just better at playing PvE.
Yeah, I agree with Quid, 100%. But you know what is PVE the week that came out recently? The March of the Tadpoles. Now, Ro, did you do the March of the Tadpoles?
Nope.
How about you, Quid?
No, I didn't do it. I think. No, I didn't do it.
No one did it.
No, I didn't. I didn't even know it
No
was
one
there.
did it.
I didn't
This
know
was
it.
I did it last year, and there
Okay.
was nothing there. Like
Yeah,
I just went down there. I was seeing a bunch of Murlocs walking across the water. I was like,
that's basically what it is. So
okay.
every year, Murlocs are in the boring tundra and they do walking and stuff. About it. There's a couple quests, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I think there's a few quests for something.
Yeah.
But they're pointless.
I don't know. Do you even get anything from these? Like,
I don't
Don't
think
think.
so. Well,
See,
I
that's-
got.
I was gonna say that's the problem with that's the problem with micro holidays. We kind of almost touched upon it a little bit at the start, but like they don't give you achievements, they don't give you anything because they don't want to make them valuable, I guess. And
oh,
for that
here's an
reason,
achievement.
there's-
Oh wait, this is PvP, so you guys are gonna do it.
But they really don't have any. They really don't give much of an incentive to do them, honestly.
Oh wait,
Well,
these are just other. This isn't March.
Just quests, right?
Murlocs. That's just Murlocs in Warcraft. So yeah, all you got here, you got like 3 quests.
3 quests and no items. They don't
And
incentivize
you get a
them.
tadpole gift, which is probably
What,
nothing in there.
To cover.
How
To
many?
cover.
Yeah, how many of these like world events or micro holidays do you do, Ro?
I mean, obviously the big one, right? Trial style. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I definitely did that
But-
one.
But trials
the
that
gnome run.
you get the transmog, so
But the transfer is something you could already get in game.
that's true.
Yeah.
But it's an easy way to get it.
Yeah, I mean you don't even have to win.
Yeah.
So
hear what you're saying, but like the thing is, there's no achievement for the trial style. Even if you win, you just get a shirt.
True.
But it's like I don't know. My problem is that they're not willing to go all in on the micro holidays. They're not really willing to commit.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Yeah.
him get like some sort of maybe a toy or something like that.
Yeah, just anything is good.
Yeah, something.
Just yeah.
As I mean, who cares if somebody misses out, right?
Just do it next
People
year.
miss
Yeah.
out all the time doing the regular holidays. But whatever.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I think the micro holidays are overall they're a good idea. They're fun little things, but they just don't. Not enough people do them. What about normal holidays? Do you do the normal holidays, Row or Quid?
Yeah, I do. I think I've done almost all the achievements for him except for the new ones. But I think there's like one more I need to do for the long strange trip thing. Other than that, yeah.
Well, I do. I do some of them, but I don't get the achievement actually.
Yeah, I've never really like looked at many of the achievements.
Like the novel, this one we have right now, is kind of good way to get some gold actually. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
if you've seen it.
no, I
Like
totally agree with you.
getting the mounts. If you just farm the mounts and put it on a auction
The
house,
auction house.
yeah,
Wait, there's a
you'll get-
mount? What mount?
Yeah, there's a mount. It's a Hawk Strider, I think. Or no, what's it
Oh,
called?
is it that pink
Yeah.
bird? Is that what you're talking about?
No, not the pink one. It's pretty ugly, but
You know, people
it's still a
still pay
mount.
for it.
So people pay for it. I think on my realm it goes for 17k.
Yeah, you can get a good amount of gold for them.
Wait, hold
And
on.
you can-
What is the name of this mount?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Should just make a quick
Oh my
search.
god. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I
but
wasted
You can also
this whole entire week, Dab, and I had no idea there was a mount.
you could also sell the transmog you buy, and people pay a lot for that.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
Oh,
the
it's-
holidays. I like doing the summer holidays too. And the Halloween. I think Halloween's definitely my favorite one to
Halloween's
do.
fun. Yeah,
I
Halloween's my
try and
favorite.
farm enough for all the costumes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think holidays are a good way to sort of make the world feel alive, almost. But I don't. They don't incentivize micro holidays enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good concept, but they need to execute them better. I mean, just add a pointless little toy or pet. I mean,
Yeah, that's all they need to do.
but I definitely had no idea Noble Garden had a fucking mount, and so now I have to go buy this goddamn mount before it gets super expensive.
It's called it's called Swift Spring Strider. It's one to
Swift
search for.
Spring Strider.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's anything special.
No, it's very ugly.
Exactly.
It's so ugly. But it's a mount, so I guess that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, I got this one already.
Oh, you already
explains-
have.
That explains why I didn't do it. Yeah, I already got it. I think I did this a long time ago.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
So we talked about auction house, but did you guys know that the auction house, the mobile auction house, is going to be going away next expansion, or I think actually pretty soon too.
18th this
Yeah.
month. So,
I think I don't know. I don't use it that much anymore. I used to use the mobile auction house all the time, and now I just use it every now and then. I get why they're doing it, but they're also taking away the Legion Command Center app, or like what they're going to do. So I don't know. I like the mobile aspect of sort of playing WoW. I like the mobile auction house, so I'm kind of a little bit peeved to see it go.
I've never used the mobile auction house.
Okay.
Never.
Never.
We better start because you only got 10 more days.
Or I
Or
could just never use it, and I'd say I never used it.
well, I'm actually fine with it going away.
Yeah.
I have it on my phone, and I do check it. I use it, but I don't use it to post thing. Because when I do post, I post like 160 auctions, and doing that on the phone
I would imagine.
Nope.
That.
That is not a good idea.
Yeah.
I think I posted once in there and I fucked up. So I think I posted something to like 1 cover or something like that.
That's
Was
funny.
it make it like super cheap or something, or?
Yeah, I think it was some BOE from a Nighthold.
Oh yeah.
It was like, ugh.
Selling it for like 5 gold.
Yeah,
Oops.
Yeah.
whoops.
Something something I will note if anyone's worried, any of the websites that use the sort of API or the webhooks or whatever from the mobile auction house to like keep track of auction house prices, they said they're going to keep those running. I don't know what they mean by that, but I think it's basically like if a website uses the search function of the mobile auction house, they're going to keep that viable. You're just not going to be able to post or actually use it. So that's good.
Yeah, so all our apps like TSM and stuff like that will
Yeah, those
will
should be
still,
fine.
still work. Yep.
I know some people might have been worried about that. Now, to get to Ro's favorite segment here, do you know what that is, Ro?
Is it the transmog? Is that what we're doing?
We are doing the Transmog segment here. We got a few fun submissions here.
Yeah. So what do we want to start out with first?
Let's start with me. You know, the winner.
Yeah.
You don't want to start off false.
I don't
or
know
anything.
about this one. I just don't know. It doesn't
So-
seem very
What are you
Easter.
talking about? I have a kilt on. That's the Easter kilt. I got a tie. I have the bunny ears.
Easter kilt? Is that a thing?
Classic. It's a tradition in Denmark. Back me up on this, Quid.
In Denmark, kilt?
No. Just say yes. Just say yes, Quid.
Obviously, it's not a
Okay,
tradition.
yeah.
Dad.
Well, I'll just say yes. Just
No,
to please.
this- Dab, I think this is like your worst transmog you've ever put out.
What? Come on, this is a good look. I like
No, it is.
Well, I think your
horrible.
character looks like someone who is going to steal all my eggs.
I will.
And what's the
I
deal?
will.
You're like behind a green ominous flame thing. Like, what the hell, dude?
That's Easter. That's Easter fire.
Easter
Piece
fire.
of fire.
I'm
It's a
pretty sure
classic
you
tradition.
definitely don't win. So
I think okay. Let's see what you did. Let's see what you did.
you want to see mine? Mine's the best. Okay. So I didn't use my DK. I used my warlock.
Crutch.
Now,
What
see,
is that?
this is elegant. This is classy.
Elegant?
And I got the.
Where's the bunny ears?
I don't need the bunny ears, man. I'm a classy gal. Okay. So I used some random one. I thought it looked pretty decent.
Trash.
And then I have the egg basket because I give chocolate eggs out to all the little kids because I'm a nice
it
lady.
doesn't match your skin tone. No, you look like a monster.
A monster.
You look like a violent monster.
See, we got something here in Twitch chat. It says this is the worst I've seen. I expected more from you, Dab. I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
That person is speaking falsely. That is the best transmog ever made.
No,
It's
man,
classic.
that was the worst transmog I've ever seen in my entire life.
You know what, bro? This is the worst. It's so bland. It's boring. It's boring.
No, this is very
Don't
Easter.
work.
This is like
It's
going
very
to
Easter.
church on
I
a
think you mean
Sunday.
it's very bad.
It's
What
like
you're
going
looking
to
for is
church
bad.
on a Sunday. What do you think of this, Quid?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
I think maybe another wand would be better, but yeah, I think it's too glowy.
Let's
if you
see
say
what.
that.
Let's see what
Yeah,
my,
yeah. I don't know.
Let's see what my guildie here, CERN, submitted. I sent it to you. It's I don't know. Yeah, it has a little bit of. Yeah, mine has more of an Easter vibe to it. Yours is just like, oh, I'm going out for a nice evening. See, this one's a classic. It's a
Wedding
Tauren.
vibe? I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree. We got a fine Tauren. I think I like this one.
This
I like my
looks
friend
like
CERN's submission.
a murderous bunny with the daggers there.
So
It's a moose.
yeah, it is. It's a moose. It is. It is a moose who's also a bunny who's also enjoys some summer wear.
Yeah, and who's also.
What are you
going to
gonna
stab
do
you.
with those? Yeah, what are those super sharp daggers you got there?
Well,
He's
he's
going to stab you.
raining. He's in Taurus. Come on here.
I
like
mean,
this
it's
one.
definitely better than Dab's.
Okay, shut up.
Not
also-
better than mine though.
We also have Quid submission.
Yeah,
which
I think
just
this
a
is
bunny.
probably the best one.
I
that
just
we've
think it's
got.
the
It's
best
not
one.
even a transmog.
Look at
But
that.
dude,
It is super realistic there.
it's so realistic, man.
But it's not even. It's
It's a
just
body, polymorphed. You know?
you're even in the worst zone too.
Hey, I was collecting eggs. What do you want me to do?
God,
You know, this place where I am right now is the best spawn place for eggs.
really?
In this, yeah, because you
Yeah.
have there's two bushes. Besides that one, you can see, and then there's what's a sign.
Mhm.
So basically, like 5 eggs spawning at that
That's pretty
place.
good.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, that's some hot tips.
You know, all I did
Um,
this year for the Noble Garden was I went and did that quest for that egg basket my character was holding. And that
I
was like
farmed
10
up-
eggs.
I farmed up like 50 eggs or whatever to get the bunny ears.
I farmed what they farm. I think 200 or 300.
Jesus Christ!
Damn.
Because mages have a tome at at that guy too. So you can pull him off to bunnies.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted that
So-
one too.
Obviously, this is Quid doing a PvP battle. He got sheeped. So,
good. Yeah, maybe.
technically,
No,
it's a
actually not.
transmog.
It was
Let's-
just picking up
let-
eggs.
Let's
I'm just
vote-
trying to
let's vote-
defend you here, and you're just
let's
shooting
vote in
it down.
chat here. Let's vote in chat here. So, okay, everyone who wants. So the first one was Dab, second one was Roah, third one was CERN, fourth one was Quid. So just
Yeah,
shout
so
out who you
here's,
think wins.
here's
in chat.
Dab. Then obviously mine's the best.
No, I think you mean the worst. I know you get confused on these sort of things.
And then Quid doing a duel. He got sheep.
Yeah, maybe.
And then
Oh,
we
yeah.
have the murderous bunny. It looks like it should be in like some sort of horror video game.
Yeah, it's CERN. He's a homie, and I think it looks good.
Yeah, I think I gotta give it up to the murderous bunny.
Yeah, everyone seems to be. That seems to be a
Moose?
little bit of the chat. Seems
Yeah.
to agree with that. You know what? CERN will be happy that he won. Now, now next week for an actual topic. I mean, what do you call it? An actual theme or whatever. We're gonna be doing faction pride. So pull out your reds, pull out your blues. If you want to do like an Iron Forge one, it's like an orange. That's fine. Just faction pride. That's the prompt.
Yeah. So are we
Right.
going with like any faction pride? Like it could be any sub faction. Doesn't have to be
Any
Horde or Alliance.
sub-faction. It could be Horde. Horde or Alliance are obviously going to be included, but yeah, you could be Horde Alliance, Nightfallen, any sort of faction. Yeah.
Like a
So just
Nomarin?
You can do
Nomarin?
Nomagon. You can
Oh
do
yeah.
Nomagon,
Oh,
yeah.
it's on. I'm definitely gonna win this week, Dav.
Anyway,
For sure.
you could-
Definitely.
You could
gonna
obviously
win.
submit your things through Twitter. That's a great way to submit them. You can email them to us if that's something that's your prerogative, or if just find us on the street and show us a picture of it.
You can email it to us as well.
Mm.
But thank you for watching. This was a really great show with Quid. Of course, as we said before, you can check out Quid on his various social media links, which will be in the description of this YouTube video. You can like this if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, whatever. Follow here if you're here on Twitch. Drop a follow. That would be greatly appreciated. We'd love to have you next week. We do this the same time. That's 4 Eastern Standard Time every week. Is there anything else I'm missing, Ro? Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, give us a follow on Twitter. I think that's about it. That wraps up this week, doesn't it?
Us. Once again, let's thank Quid for being here. Thank you, Quid.
And thanks for having me.
Okay. Well, goodbye, and we'll see you all next Sunday.